welcome to Laya Bove Yoga. Today I'm going to do a very different video for you. As you can see, I'm just kind of chilling here with my tea. So we're not going to be doing physical practice today. What I would like to do, however, is maybe go a little bit deeper. And what do I mean by going a little bit deeper? I mean that asana, the physical practice, is not really all there is to yoga. Yoga is much more than just the physical postures. And I think that sometimes we're not really told about the rest of the path of yoga. And I think these books that I'm going to share with you today can really broaden your horizons on what yoga truly is. So grab a cup of tea, take a nice seat, and let's begin. So the first book that I would like to share with you is called The Yamas and Niyamas by Deborah Adele. And this, as you can see, is a very thin book. It's a super easy read. What it talks about is the first 2 limbs of the 8th fold of the path of yoga. And if you've never heard about the fact that yoga has 8 limbs, you really want to start with this book. So the yamas would be the restraints or the do nots in the path of yoga, and the niyamas are the observances or the do's. You should do these things. And it's written in a very lighthearted manner, I would say, so it's not it doesn't make you feel bad about yourself. It's a book that I reference to a lot because it just reminds me to kind of go back to those 2 first limbs of yoga and kind of regroup, right? It's not one of those books that I might read cover to cover all the time, but I do go back to certain chapters and just go through a certain yama or niyama that I'm like, yeah, I really need to work on that. And to me, this book kind of gives you the guidelines to help you discover your authenticity. It's just a really good book. Just read it. Really good book. The second book that I'm going to present to you today is a book that many yogis have definitely heard of, if not read. Especially if you have done teacher training, this is a book that you have most likely already read. And this is The Light on Yoga by BKS Iyengar. BKS Iyengar obviously is the founder of Iyengar Yoga. This book is a fountain of knowledge. Some people call it the Bible of modern yoga. I mean, there's many really good books out there, but it is a great book, not only because it has 600 plus pictures of fabulous yoga poses and how to execute them and do them, but also because it talks about pranayama, which is the breathing exercises that we do in yoga, and it also talks about meditation. But I would say my favorite part about this book is actually the intro chapter. That chapter could be a book on its own. It's such a good, enlightening chapter. This book is good for beginners, especially read that intro chapter and it will just blow your mind. And it's also a great reference book for, more advanced or like practicing yogis. So yeah, it is a little bit thick, but again, you don't have to read these books cover to cover at any point. You can just pick and choose what you really want to read. Obviously, a lot of this is pictures and poses, so you don't really need to read it all the way through. But it's a great reference book and also for teachers. It's fantastic. So yeah, again, I will put the link for Light on Yoga down below. And finally, I would say this is one of my favorite books. I keep going back to this book a lot. And I actually had to read it for my first yoga teacher training that I ever did. This is called Eastern Body, Western Mind, and it's by Anodia Judith. And this book is about the chakras. So when I first heard that, right, back in the day when I was not into the yogic path or whatever, I was like, oh my god, the chakras. And as you can tell, it is not a thin book, but also as you can tell, I have it all full of fabulous tabs. And I just have it divided by each chakra. The chakras, the main chakras, there's 7 of them. Once you get into this book, you'll realize how much of what you are and how you feel is related to these energy centers in your body. And how by learning to work with them and to balance them will definitely change your life. So if you have never read much about the chakras, I think this is a great starting point, and it will slowly take you into a journey of balancing who you are. What I enjoy the most is a correlation of Western and Eastern views of intellectuality, spirituality, emotional mind and body development. So yeah, Eastern body, Western mind would be my third and last recommendation for you. Anyways, after you read them or read some of the chapters, I would love, 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 love to know what you think of these books. So please leave me some comments below. Let me know if you like them. If you've already read them, please go ahead and let me know if you like them, if you don't. And also, I love reading books. So I will, one, be doing more videos like this, and two, would love to get some recommendations from you. So if there's any books that you have read that have changed your life or expanded how you feel about yoga or your spiritual path, please, again, leave them on the comments below so I can go ahead and purchase them for myself and read them. Anyways, I hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so, so, so much for spending this time with me today, and I will see you next time.